I really like this house.
Can we afford it?
They want 20% down.
That's a lot of money.
But the house is so nice.
It's in a great neighborhood.
It's close to the beach.
It's close to the freeways.
It's got a big yard.
The kids love the house too.
If we don't buy it, someone else will.
You're right. Let's buy it now. We can worry later. We can't afford this house.
Are you sure?
We will be house rich but cash poor.
What do you mean?
Our monthly payments will be too high.
We won't have any money for other things?
No, we won't have money for gas or food.
We'll be eating peanut butter sandwiches?
Without the peanut butter.
That's no good.
We have to find a cheaper house.
Of course, we can't live without gas or peanut butter. That is a beautiful house.
I don't like it.
What's the matter with it?
It's on the corner.
So?
That means it gets twice as much traffic.
You're right.
When you're inside, you will always hear cars stopping at the intersection.
Or you'll hear the collision if someone doesn't stop.
Or you'll see the collision if they crash into the house.
Let's find a house that's at the end of a dead end.
That's perfect. The less traffic, the better. I hate looking for an apartment.
Me too.
We have a 2 o'clock appointment to see the one on Main Street.
We better get ready to go.
It's an upstairs unit.
That's good because I don't want to live under people with loud feet.
And it's a corner unit.
That's great. We won't have neighbors on both sides of us.
No pets are allowed.
Perfect. We don't have to listen to barking dogs.
And there are only 6 units in the whole building.
Where's the checkbook? I'm ready to rent it out without even seeing it. Did you call the manager?
Yes, he said he'd come over tomorrow.
Did he say what time?
Yes, he said he'd be here at 9 o'clock.
Did he understand what the problem is?
Yes, I told him our doorbell doesn't work.
It shouldn't take him long to fix it.
I don't even know why we need to fix it.
In case we have visitors.
But they can just knock on the door.
Actually, I want him to look at our carpet too.
Yes, it would be nice if he'd give us new carpet. Do you like this house?
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's perfect for us and the kids.
3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a big backyard.
And we can afford it.
So are we going to buy it?
I'm afraid not.
It's too far from your job, isn't it?
I can't spend 4 hours on the road every day.
By the time you get home, you'll be too tired to even eat.
I won't be able to play with the kids.
No, we have to find something closer to your job.
Boy, it's chilly outside, isn't it?
It sure is.
In fact, it's chilly in the apartment too.
Let's turn on the heat.
I'll check to make sure that all the windows are shut.
It should be warmer in a few minutes.
It's so nice to have a heated apartment.
How did they survive in the old days?
They had fireplaces
Someone had to chop the wood.
and carry it into the house.
All we have to do is flip a switch. This is a nice neighborhood.
The streets are clean and quiet.
The neighbors don't party on the weekends.
People take care of their lawns.
No rusty old cars are sitting in the front yards.
We never have to call the police about anything.
Our kids are completely safe.
So why are we selling our house?
They're building a 3-story apartment building on the corner.
So we've got to sell before property values go down.
Yes, I still can't believe our city council allowed this building.
They're probably getting something under the table. That was a huge fire in Santa Barbara.
Yes, it was.
They said about 30 houses burned to the ground.
And they were expensive houses.
I feel so sorry for those people.
Why feel sorry for rich people?
I feel sorry for anyone who loses their home.
So do I, but not if they're rich.
What does it have to do with it?
Rich people think they're better than us.
How many rich people do you know?
None. Bears are invading our neighborhoods.
Of course they are. They're starving to death.
They should stay in the woods where they belong.
There's no food in the woods.
Can't they eat grass?
Do you think a bear is a cow?
Well, I've seen them eating berries.
Berries aren't in season all year round.
It's too dangerous for kids and pets.
People need to cover their trash cans.
The police need to shoot all the bears.
You don't solve a problem by shooting it.
I really like this house.
Can we afford it?
They want 20% down.
That's a lot of money.
But the house is so nice.
It's in a great neighborhood.
It's close to the beach.
It's close to the freeways.
It's got a big yard.
The kids love the house too.
If we don't buy it, someone else will.
You're right. Let's buy it now. We can worry later.
I don't like the color of the walls.
It's a very bright color.
I want to repaint the whole house.
What color will you use?
I was thinking a nice blue color.
That sounds very nice and soft.
Will you help me paint the house?
I think we will still need help.
I'll ask some others to join us.
Will you pay us?
I'll pay you with pizza and soda.
It's a deal. I'm hired.
That is a beautiful house.
I don't like it.
What's the matter with it?
It's on the corner.
So?
That means it gets twice as much traffic.
You're right.
When you're inside, you will always hear cars stopping at the intersection.
Or you'll hear the collision if someone doesn't stop.
Or you'll see the collision if they crash into the house.
Let's find a house that's at the end of a dead end.
That's perfect. The less traffic, the better.
Why are you cutting into the wall?
I bought a new air conditioning unit.
I don't think that's how you install it.
Have you ever installed one before?
No, but that still looks wrong.
I think I know what I'm doing.
I see water pipes behind that wall.
I don't think that's good for the air conditioner.
I don't think so either.
Will you call some professionals now?
I guess that's the best thing to do.
You should have done so from the beginning.
Did you call the manager?
Yes, he said he'd come over tomorrow.
Did he say what time?
Yes, he said he'd be here at 9 o'clock.
Did he understand what the problem is?
Yes, I told him our doorbell doesn't work.
It shouldn't take him long to fix it.
I don't even know why we need to fix it.
In case we have visitors.
But they can just knock on the door.
Actually, I want him to look at our carpet too.
Yes, it would be nice if he'd give us new carpet.
You sure bought a lot of Christmas lights.
I want the house to be shining this Christmas.
Do all of the houses on the block decorate?
Yes, they do. It is quite beautiful.
I can wait to see when it's done.
A parade marches by every year so people can see them.
What are you doing on the roof?
I'm going to make it look like it snowed up here.
Are you using Christmas lights and cotton?
That's right. I'll install a Santa Claus, too.
You sure are full of Christmas spirit.
Of course, it only comes once a year.
Boy, it's chilly outside, isn't it?
It sure is.
In fact, it's chilly in the apartment too.
Let's turn on the heat.
I'll check to make sure that all the windows are shut.
It should be warmer in a few minutes.
It's so nice to have a heated apartment.
How did they survive in the old days?
They had fireplaces
Someone had to chop the wood.
and carry it into the house.
All we have to do is flip a switch.
How many roommates do you have?
There are 5 of us in total.
Wow. Don't you ever fight?
Sometimes, but we try not to.
Who does all the household chores?
We take turns so that it's fair.
That's a good way to do things.
Yes, it is, and it helps us get along better.
What about when one of you has a girlfriend over?
We agreed to try not to have them over too often.
I guess it would be a tight squeeze.
Too tight for any of our liking.
That was a huge fire in Santa Barbara.
Yes, it was.
They said about 30 houses burned to the ground.
And they were expensive houses.
I feel so sorry for those people.
Well, I feel sorry for rich people.
I feel sorry for anyone who loses their home.
So do I, but not if they're rich.
What does it have to do with it?
Rich people think they're better than us.
How many rich people do you know?
None.
I made a terrible mistake.
What's the problem?
I made the check for the mortgage and didn't mail it.
When was it due?
Yesterday. I thought I sent it 3 days ago.
It was just an honest mistake.
Do you think I can send it now?
Well, you have to. They may charge a late fee, though.
I have to be more careful when making the payments.
Yes, you do. I'd hate to be evicted.
Don't joke about things like that.
I'm sorry. I'll go mail the check now.
I need a bigger closet.
I think you just need fewer clothes.
A woman can never have too many clothes.
She can if they don't fit in her closet.
Maybe we should take your things out of it.
Then where would I put my clothes?
You can put them in a small wardrobe.
I think it's easier if you throw some dresses out.
My dresses are nicer than your clothes.
I only have the clothes that are necessary.
So do I. I need to look nice more often than you do.
I wish your attitude was as nice as your dresses.
I have a big surprise for you.
Is it a new toy?
No, it's a big announcement.
That doesn't sound very exciting.
We are moving to a new house.
What's wrong with our apartment?
Well, a house is bigger.
Apartments are cozier,
You can have a dog in the new house.
but we already have a cat.
The new house has a tree house in the backyard.
Now there's a big surprise. I'm so excited.
There are holes in the wood in the garage.
Are they big or little?
They are actually quite tiny.
That is very worrisome.
Why do you say that?
You could have termites or carpenter ants.
You mean bugs could be eating at my house?
Yes, it is a very serious problem.
What should I do?
You need to fumigate them immediately.
Bugs are such a hassle.
I wish they were all dead.
I want to form a secret club.
That sounds fun. Where would the club meet?
Maybe we can meet in my attic.
No way. It's dark up there.
We just need to take flashlights.
What if we fall through the ceiling?
I don't think that will happen.
Most attics are haunted in movies.
Do you really believe in ghosts?
No, but I don't want to risk it.
Maybe the attic isn't such a good idea.
Let's meet in the living room instead.
I'm planning a housewarming party.
Is that to celebrate buying a heater?
Don't be so sarcastic.
I really don't know what that is.
It's so that we can meet our neighbors.
I don't really want to meet our neighbors.
Quit being so negative.
What do we do at this party?
Everyone brings a dish and we sit and eat and talk.
Sounds like a regular party.
It's a regular party.
Next time, don't call it something so strange. This is the perfect house for us.
It has all the bedrooms we need.
Each bedroom even has a bathroom.
The backyard is huge.
And we finally have a pool.
What's the price for this house?
I didn't expect it to be so high.
This house is hideous.
I agree. We should look for a different house.
A house like this wouldn't be so bad.
As long as the price tag doesn't make it hideous.
Let's check the price first next time. What is that you're riding?
It's my new riding lawnmower.
It looks like a sporting vehicle.
Mowing the lawn can be a sport.
That doesn't sound like a very exciting sport.
It's exciting on a riding mower.
How long does it take you to finish the lawn?
Around 20 minutes.
It takes me an hour most of the time.
This tool is fun and convenient.
Can I borrow it sometime?
No way. A racer never lends out his race car.
The pool is filthy.
I forgot to put on the cover last night.
There are mosquitoes buzzing around it.
They lay their eggs in the stagnant water.
How are we supposed to go swimming?
You have to wait until I clean the pool.
Can you clean it now?
I have to before more mosquitoes hatch.
Try not to get bitten.
I'd hate to be hospitalized for a mosquito bite.
If you are, make sure you finish the pool first.
Your concern over me is heartwarming.
What is that black goo you're carrying?
It's roofing tar.
Are you replacing your shingles?
Yes, I am. The roof has been leaking in the rain.
Isn't tar very messy?
Yes, I need to be careful with it.
How long does it take to finish?
It takes several hours to replace all the shingles.
I think you'd better work very quickly.
Why do I have to work quickly?
It looks like it's going to rain again tonight.
Sometimes I think Mother Nature just likes being mean.
There is garbage all over the ground.
Those raccoons knocked over the trash cans again.
I feel like calling animal control.
Would they take care of the problem?
I think they'd come and catch them.
What would happen to the raccoons?
They'd be released into the wild.
What if they put them to sleep?
I didn't think about that.
Maybe it's better to buy chains for the trash cans.
I think so too.
That way we won't kill any raccoons. I am tired of living in my apartment building.
Didn't you just move in a few months ago?
Yes, but I really regret it.
Why do you regret it so much?
My neighbor is a percussionist.
That sounds awesome. I love the drums.
You wouldn't love them at 3 in the morning.
He plays that late into the night?
All the time. It sounds like I live in the jungle.
Why don't you just complain to the landlord?
I didn't want to cause problems.
Your neighbor caused problems in the first place. My apartment is too far from work.
Have you considered moving?
I've thought about it.
Where would you move to?
I don't like the neighborhood around my job.
What about the next one over?
Then I'd be too far from school.
There are some apartments in between the two.
I went to see them, but they were too small.
Why don't you live in a townhouse?
I suppose that would be a good idea.
Of course it's a good idea. It was my idea.
I repainted my house, so I need some new furniture.
What pieces are you looking for?
A new table, a sofa, and maybe a reading chair.
What's wrong with your old furniture?
It doesn't match the room anymore.
Is it still comfortable to use?
Yes, I think I will sell it.
You can also get it reupholstered.
Are you crazy? That is much too expensive.
It depends on where you have it done.
I still say that it takes too much effort.
Trying to help you takes too much effort too. Apartments are so expensive these days.
Only rich people can afford to live in them.
My landlord raised the rent, so I'm moving out.
Where will you live?
I don't know yet. I have to search for an apartment.
Are you going to live alone?
Well, I've never had a roommate before.
I would find one if I were you.
It would be helpful in paying the rent.
Post an ad on Craigslist and see who replies.
If a psycho becomes my roommate, I'll blame you.
If that happens, I'll stay far away from your apartment.